Are we ready, Darius Rucker?
We're ready.
We're on. I'm watching CNN Live. There's certain guys that win certain things. Darrell Issa is a Republican Foreign Affairs Committee.
Cell phone king.
Cell phone king, FAC. Frequently asked cunt. And, you rented the cell phone or something?
Yeah, he owned a bunch of cell phone stores in California.
I own cell phone stores, Tucker. That's why I'm here. He's got that very unique, nerdy, yet assertive voice. He's on every talk show. I'm making the rounds. I've got some things to say about the whole situation. Listen, you can be a moderate. You can be a radical. I'm somewhere in the middle of moderate and radical. I'm a moderate radical. I'm a moderate radical. And listen, Tucker, you've got to pucker up, Tucker. Tucker for pucker, pucker for Tucker. I'm Darrell Issa. And not to be confused with Hahisa. And let me tell you something, Blitzer. Listen, Senior Blitzer, as I call you when we were stationed in Madrid together. I told you I had a dream to start telephone towers and control them. You looked at me and you said, I'm going to be known as the Blitz. I'm going to make sure that the foreign wars have a check and balances system, and it's going to be called me, Wolf Blitzer. And I said, listen, Tucker Pucker. I said pucker for Tucker. I was famous for rhymes as I went on shows. I was famous for saying I went on the DirecTV show, the Artie Lang Show. You can guess what I said. Guess who had a party? Artie Farty. Guess who were there? All the kids. Guess who laid a doozy? Susie Bluesy. Guess where they all went? Out for air. Okay? I tell little puzzles like that the other way around. I make you think. I ask rhetorical questions. Most kids would say Artie Farty had a party. All the kids were there. Susie Foozy laid a doozy, all went out, and they all went out for air. I go this angle. Hey, Artie, who had a party? Artie Farty. Who was there, Artie? All the kids. And what did Susie do? Well, her last name's Brucey, and she laid a doozy. And where'd the kids go? Out for air. So I insult you on the playground and try to get you to cry and go home by asking rhetorical questions. The other hacks, as I call them, hit you over the head with their bullying. I'm for bullying, but in a more creative way. Do you understand? Thank you. I knew you would. Mary, what was she? Was she quite contrary? Or was she just contrary? Correct. She was quite contrary. Who did she have with her? Right, her little lamb. And her little lamb went bah-ha-ha all the way home? No, that's not what he did. Who said this? Someone had a unique take on one of the classic fables. 3 blind mice. See how they run. Who had this take on that fable? 3 blind mice. Where the fuck are they going? You guessed it. Dice Clay. Dice Clay. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. What was she eating? Her curds and whey. Along came what? A spider. Where did that spider sit? Right behind her. Beside her. And what happened? Right beside her, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, sat down beside her. And what happened? She did something all day. Well, who had this take? The same guy, Mr. Dice Clay. Little Miss Muffet sat on top of it. Curds and whey. Along came a spider and said, what? What's in the bowl, bitch? Right. A complete turn. What's in the bowl, bitch? 3 little piggies. Well, that gets kind of racist. That one gets anti-Semitic. Okay, this is a big podcast we're having. Because I interview Diamond and Silk. Now, Diamond and Silk are what? Sure, one's a precious rock. Sure, another is a precious piece of fabric discovered years and years and years ago in the West Indies. But Diamond and Silk, for your purposes and for the purposes of political landscape circa 1617, they are Trump supporters. The world of politics is outgrowing me mentally. And Diamond and Silk have become more intellectual than me. I did a different take on it. Dan said we're going to interview these 2 wonderful African-American ladies. And they're for Trump. That's their, that's as Jay-Z would put it, that's their hustle. They're blacks for Trump. And they are the most entertaining things on the planet Earth. Google Diamond and Silk. They're unbelievable. And not laughing at them. Quite frankly, they're more together than you are, I guarantee it. And I thought to myself, I saw them a couple times on TV. The last time on, what's his face? Roger. I would say Roger Waters. Waters World on Fox News. Now, he's a smug guy. who's a rich kid, has a lot of very interesting policy ideas, and he would lean more to the right, I would say. More to the right. Absolutely.
Excuse me.
Bless you. So when I found out we could have these two broads on, I said, I'm going to be unique in their lives. Right, Dan?
Yes.
And I said to myself, how do we make sure this, I don't know, this podcast is interesting? What should I do? So I did one of my 140 registered characters. We went through them yesterday, some of them. Did I do my feminine plumber?
No.
I did it yesterday, didn't I? I didn't. All right, yell out a number.
I think it was the angry effeminate plumber.
Angry plumber. All three of them. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. I can't thank you enough for that. That's a big deal, that change.
It's like learning the Boy Scout code. I have to learn all your characters.
The Boy Scout code is, of course, what? That sometimes when you tie a Windsor knot, it feels like you're blowing a guy.
Oh, God.
The Boy Scout code is never leave a man behind and never leave a man's behind. Never leave a man behind, and sometimes just add an S to man. That's all you got to do. Never leave a man's behind if you're in it. If you're in a man's behind, never leave until you feel like it's time to leave. And never leave a man behind unless he's an asshole. So never leave a man's asshole when he's behind unless you like it and you're finished. How do you know when you're finished? You'll know. There'll be a wonderful explosion. By the way, Tillerson, he got approved, I guess, right? Secretary of State?
Yes.
This guy, if he doesn't have a sex dungeon somewhere. Look at what he looks like. He's like, he's talking to other people already. Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, that's fine. Breitbart, yeah. Listen, Brandon, that's great. I'm not used to cameras around. Why don't you just send that over in a memo that I'll destroy? Why don't you just, now, everything's been put in my office except for the paper shredder. Is that around? Now, what are those cameras are a joke, right? They're toys? Right, okay. The GPS in my car, I assume you'll send a color kid down and tear that out? Right? What I'm going to need is, I'm peeing on the tires. What I need is, I'm going to need a North Korean kid to come down here and tear out the GPS. I left it to a colored kid at my last job, and he tore out the brakes. I said GPS, and he tore the brakes out. This kid Tyrone, yeah, we had him punished. Yeah, we had him arrested. I see what Dan's face is like. See, Dan didn't think I was looking at him. I see what Dan's face is really like when I'm talking like this. He's so mad at me.
No, it's the peeing on the deck.
What, Dan, you're such a broad. Why? What's the big deal? I'm peeing where you sit for breakfast. What's the big deal?
Oh, God.
Oh, listen, I have diabetes. I'll get back to Tillerson in a second. But what you're in is a Dan Filato comedy stop. We've set up the microphone, conveniently for me, next to the door here. That leads out to the Vanai. It's ours. And every once in a while, I got to take a diabetic piss. Now, when that comes on, because of my condition, my medical condition, it comes on. I cannot stop it. It's like a freight train of pee. And if I try to stop it and not stop the show, eventually I'll urinate in my pants. If that happens enough, I will start to cry. And if I cry, it's going to be like Dice on Arsenio 50 billion times worse. It'll end the career of me, and Dan will be back in Chicago selling sausages. I'll be selling Italian beef. I'll be selling brats. I'll be selling some of those Italian brats over on Rush Street. I'll be selling the Harry Carey Italian brats on Rush Street because Artie had to cry. Had to cry like a Momo. He cried like a big-time Momo Jagoff. What a Momo Jagoff he did. He's no comfy on that guy. He's no comfy on that guy. I remember when Charlie Sheen bought out the entire bleachers to catch a Cub game ticket, a ball, one of those balls that come on your chin. And with his two fruity friends, he bought out the entire thing. Not even Emilio. And he didn't get a ball. No balls. But he got a ball that night. You know why? Because he's got full-blown AIDS now. How'd that happen?
Oh, God.
We're talking FBA for GS. Charlie Sheen. Italian brat. So I go out on the tires to pee sometimes because it's right here. Otherwise, I have to stop the show. And Dan, I've heard him when he tries to vamp. Okay, Artie's in the bathroom. A couple of plugs here. We'll be at We'll be at No. We'll be at, go to the website. We'll be Okay, I can't make that one. We'll be, Artie and Timmy will be, I can't believe he peed on the terrace. We'll be, I've got laundry. We'll be, I've got to go back to Chicago. Someone needs a ride to 10 feet to the mailbox. So it's Tillerson. We'll get back to that fruity show in a second. Listen, we've cut into your line. Yeah, this is Secretary of State Tillerson. We've cut into your podcast. Yeah, this will be happening from time to time under the Trump administration. Every once in a while, we'll be cutting it. This is Tillerson. Mr. Trump is getting, we call it devamped. He said a couple of things I don't agree with him. He's at the Exxon Mobil revamp enclosure, which is located at an undisclosed location in Nebraska. Now, listen. After that that show, what is that, a movie? Team America? Yeah. Where we got those two guys under full surveillance. And, no one is going to call Saddam Hussein a fag on my fucking watch. I was a friend with that guy. I don't want to go in. I said, send in a couple of guys to slap him around. That's what the guy fucking understands. Secretary of State Tillerson here. I'm cutting it. I'm cutting it to tell you this. There's a new sheriff in town. And his name ain't Bannon. And his name ain't Trump. And his name, for goddamn sure, ain't fucking religious nut Pence. He's been sent to what Pence hence? The Secretary of State Tillerson. I'm calling a board meeting. I run Exxon Mobil. You know what that means? I run the world. Exxon Mobil. Think about that. A little bit harder than you're thinking about it right now. Exxon Mobil. You know what that means? Money's flowing out of my ass.
Yeah.
Money's flowing. If you came in my ass, Dan, money would come out. If you came in my ears, money would come out. If Jerry Sandusky turned back time to make me a 10-year-old boy and fuck me in the mouth, when I grew up, money would come out of my mouth.
Oh, God.
Am I getting the point? Secretary of State Tillerson. I've cut into your podcast. Is this Marin? Whose podcast is this, for fuck's sake? I don't care. I need someone whose podcast gets listeners. Who? What do you want? Dan Filano. Oh wait, Dan Filano, is that the Death Before Disco? Disco Inferno? Oh no, the Disco what? He blew up. Oh yeah. What do you call it? The Disco Inferno? Yeah, I saw that. It's funny stuff. This is Secretary of State Tillerson. I'm cutting into your podcast. Is this Corolla? Is this Corolla? But what are we cutting into here? I got a whole speech prepared. The Secretary said to him. I was just confirmed by these fags up here. What the fuck? I don't know the answers, Franken. I don't know them. All I know is you're kind of Jewy. Franken. What happened to Pete Tagliani? That was just a character. I thought, I'll do business with the eye ties. Some of my best friends are Italian Americans. Well, Dan, I didn't know you were out here. Listen. Is this Kroll? Not Marin. It's not Marin. No. Who is this? Is this the Guys We Fuck podcast? No, not even that. Is this Broad Street? No, it's not. Is this Ralph Sorello's Ralphie Cakes? Is this Geek Time? No. Is this Stern? Is this at Marcy Turk? She's making things happen that way. It's not at Marcy Turk, is it? No. I heard she's having a kid, that Turk. Yeah, one of the interns. Well, no, actually, Brandana or... so this is disconcerting. By the way, Secretary of State Tillerson, I cut into your podcast. Right? Is this Trump? I just talked to Trump. But that guy's a joker. But I've known him for a long time. Exxon Mobil. I want to say some of these fruits who rioted last night at the Berkeley. Now, when I say fruits, I don't mean that in a derogatory term. What I mean is you suck dick. Kidding. You want to meet Mrs. Tillerson? Yeah, she looks like me. She looks like Santa Claus with dark eyebrows. But Santa Claus is here. You know why? Because I came down the chimney and guess what I have? A bunch of fucking oil. And a little cock. Is someone Spicer here? No one talk to that asshole. From now on, you do not say a thing unless I approve it. Why? 2 words. Exxon Mobil. Exxon motherfucking Mobil. By the way, the Yemen thing. This guy, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, you guys are unhappy down there at the Breitbart campus? What is it? Berkeley? At the Berkeley campus? What about Berkeley? No, okay. You guys are unhappy with Steve Bannon down there at the Berkeley campus? It's Berkeley, right? No. Well, I was going to say, Coming, Bookie campus. No, listen. Breitbart here. He's dead. Where's Bannon? Is he here? He looks a little disheveled. I don't trust him. What about that Fish in Yemen movie? That's still around? That's good. Who's in that? Bradley Cooper. Heard he's a real asshole. Is he related to Anderson? Bradley, are they husband and wife? Who's the top? Who's the bottom? Bradley's got to be the top there. Yeah, that Anderson Cooper used to bang his mother.
Oh, God.
His mother is Elizabeth Taylor, right? No. Who's his mother? Oh, I got you. This is Secretary of State Tillerson. I've cut it in your podcast. That was my monologue. Well, I'll tell you what, that piece of ass called Ivanka Trump is getting on a Marine one. She could get on a cock one over here. How about that? I know I have disconcerting eyebrows. And I have jet white hair. I look like Pierre Salinger's tougher brother. Any fruits on Pierre Salinger? Anybody under 40 know who that is? Of course not. Why would you know the press secretary for fucking Kennedy? Piece of shit. I'm a salt and pepper like Jake Tapper. Now, Jake Tapper, from what I hear, because our operatives made sure this happened, Jake Tapper's nickname in college was Mail Ass.
Oh, God.
Jake Mail Ass Tapper. No, I thought they would get more. I'm working on my stand-up act. Secretary of State Tillerson. I cut it in your podcast. Is Marion here yet? No. What the fuck? Get it? WTF? No. What the fuck? Is Marion's TV show still on? I thought Artie Lang was supposed to be on that. Yeah. Didn't work out, I guess. All right, well, this has been fun. I'll catch you later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go have some more people killed and their family's not going to know it. They're going to be in the hamburgers tomorrow with McDonald's. People I'm going to you know what I could do with your family if you fuck with me again? I can literally eat your family in a hamburger the next day. I'll have them put in a Burger King fucking Whopper. And you'll eat their family. Oh, God. You'll eat the dead body of your cousin. You'll have it your way at Burger King. I'm going to cut out. The Secretary of State Tillerson. Take care. That's how he talks. He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
And he's trouble.
Why would you do that job? Why you had like the best job in the world?
What job?
Why would you want to be Secretary of State? Who gives a fuck?
Power. Power and pussy.
You don't think he has power and pussy now?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, now he's famous, you know?
But now you've got like every news organization checking you out, making sure, you know.
Why do you want that? That's right, you're right. Oh, my God, you're right. Well, maybe he lives clean, Dan, unlike you. Now you're going to have every news station know that you fuck guys instead of go to Apple class? What? Listen how mad he is. Dan, again, heterosexuals go, they laugh at it. And they know what happens? I never make the joke again.
Artie's open a pound cake. I bought the wrong ones the other day. The shit hit the fan.
This is funny.
I got the lemon pound cake. The wrapper's exactly the same. I didn't know he had bought out the regulars that afternoon.
That's a lie.
There's ice. It was like
let out the anger. Let it out.
It was like I saw The Founder last week. That's the movie about Ray Kroc. And he would always make sure there were like 3 pickles on the cheeseburgers, the Big Macs. And when you were saying, see, look, this has icing on it. This is not the regular pound cake.
Let me tell you why this story's terrible. Why? No, let the anger out. Dan, you know how mad you are at me. You know.
I was joking.
You don't even know. It's so embedded in you. And you'll be doing me a favor. You have to let it out every once in a while. You don't have to giggle when you do it. You're so mad at me. I would be too. I make you get pouty. All right, listen. I want you to play that back. I'm going to tell you why you're bad at telling the story. You realize you just said, you were laughing, you went, I saw the thing on The Founder. You didn't say McDonald's. You didn't say McDonald's.
I couldn't think of it for a second.
Yeah, but you're not. Who knows?
I saw the movie,
a terrible
The
story.
Founder.
Right. Okay. What does that even mean? Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. Well, it's not Star Wars. I never heard of it. That's a movie about Ray Kroc?
Yeah, it's out now in the movie theater.
Never heard of it. And guess what, Dan? Most people haven't either. So you don't tell a story like that. You go,
okay. The movie about Ray Kroc.
We're going to play it back, and I'm going to show you a terrible storyteller. I'm going to tell you why Harry Shearer and Bill Murray are fake laughing.
All right, so let it out more. You're pissed off what? Because I'm too meticulous. Because Dan, if there's no difference between the lemon pound cake and the regular pound cake, they wouldn't make the both of them. I like lemon. I like lemon. I'm eating the regular right now. Holy shit, it's good. This is Secretary Titolo. I'm eating pound cake. I cut it in your pocket.
Sorry about the wash machine in the background.
What about
it? You can hear it. It sounds like we're being overrun by a tank.
Well, whose fault is that?
I apologize. It was my fault.
Why bring it up? Nobody knows. You're pointing it out. It's like pointing out that you have hairy elbows. Nobody knows because you have a long sleeve on every 5 seconds. 4th of July, you got the fucking sweatshirt on. I tried to show fucking at my old shore house. I tried to show Dan's hairy calves. Your yellow feet. You got embarrassed like a 30-year-old cheerleader. Oh, come on, stop it. This is so embarrassing. This is so, you might as well just tie these lunch sandwiches to my hip. All right. It's clear we have a lot going on. I'm going to, so, okay, Diamond and Silk are these two black broads who are for Trump. And they're very entertaining. I actually love them. And I love them on TV. And I asked Dan, this is why Dan's great. I asked Dan if he can get them on the show. 20 minutes later, he got them on the show. I had to blow them off the first day because I had something going on. But first of all, was it on purpose? I don't know. Let me just say this. I won't say if it was on purpose, but every once in a while, you gotta let a couple of girls like that know what white means. Okay.
Oh my God.
Every once in a while, you gotta let them know who's white and who's Wong. I'm white. You're Wong. You get it? I'm white. You're Wong. What does Wong mean? Black. I'm kidding, of course. As I'm saying that, I'm watching Sessions get sworn in like Hitler. He looks like Hitler. I can't put those tights on. Do you sign those tights on? Swear that you will take the swastika. You will obey the swastika. Will you obey the Senator? Al Franken gave a tongue lashing to that Senator Sessions guy. Like only Al Franken can. Holy shit.
And he wasn't ready for it, man.
No, he
was, well, I don't know what to do.
He went, well, you're 8 minutes over now, Mr. Franken. The gentleman from, the Jew from gentleman, what? The Jew gentleman from New York.
Minnesota.
Whatever. The bearded New Yorker from Minnesota. That's what we call Jews.
I think he was fighting with Cronin, or Cornyn. Cornyn.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh. That's the guy who was Senator. Jesus Christ.
No, Senator, that's Grassley.
He was
Senator Sessions.
I love that name.
Grassley. Chuck Grassley.
By the way, Grassley. I'm Senator Sessions. This is Grassley. Remember we used to smoke Grassley? Senator Sessions. I'm going to find out what the hell happened here. Senator Sessions, I have an affidavit. I have it. We have it. That you, Senator Franken, you said you killed at the behest of Lord Michaels. It says you killed at the behest of Lord Michaels. And we have it here. Oh, that's not true, Senator. I have my own show. I have my own show. Was there always a buffer in between you and Mr. Michaels? Was there always a buffer like, yeah, right, buffers. The show had a lot of buffers. There was always a butler, a buffer between me and Senator Sessions. I once saw Senator Sessions accidentally kill a whore. I saw Lord Michaels do that 4 times. Okay, you're always better than me, aren't you? You always got better stories, don't you, Senator Sessions?
We were laughing. She was laughing.
I do remember. I do remember she was laughing. Yeah, we've done it before. Yeah, I do remember. Now, the only thing we have now is I guess, is our friendship. But, listen, I really don't know how I could have hurt that poor girl. No, I don't really know. No, all right, listen. All right, listen, Jamie Tarsus. You play your little games. By the way, from now on, you don't talk to me directly. From now on, you talk to Jim Downey. From now on, you talk to Marcy Klein. All right? Why? Because I intend to squeeze you. You and your mother. Oh, that's so great. We're constantly coming up with great analogies. How much is Marcy Turk paying you to throw up my father? Okay. We got to introduce this because so these two colored broads. Every time I go back to the introduction, it gets more racist. It gets more like back to 1962. Saturday Night Shows, you've got two colored broads who do what? Saturday Night Shows. Saturday Night Shows, we've got two colored broads who do what? Is this diamond and sapphire? Saturday Night Shows. No, is this gold and maneuver? Is this gold teeth? No. Is that I'm Saturday Night Shows. That's all I hear when he talks. I don't want to pick up Saturday Night Shows. I got my car. All right. These two jigs. Oh, God. Kidding, of course, African American. These two chicks are the two greatest people on the planet Earth. They are so funny and entertaining. The way you laugh. You remember the way you laughed at Bojangles?
Oh, God. Jesus.
God damn it, do I love podcasts? No. By the way, Judd Apatow on the Tonight Show last night played a clip of me and Pete on in Crashing, and he did me the solid of playing a clip I'm in, and where I look good. So I thank him. Reminded me how great it was to work with Pete Holmes. You can't help but root for that kid, man. He's going to be a charismatic star, and I'm going to ride those coattails with him. And Judd Apatow is Judd Apatow. They'll say he's great on the Tonight Show. Talks about the Mets, and quite frankly, I went at him with some tweets that got some good response. But thank you, Judd. Yeah, I mean, Judd and Pete on HBO, guys. It's a job of a lifetime. And let's submit that clip to the Emmys.
Well, we'll play it at the end of the show.
We're going to play the clip. That's right. We're going to play the clip of the other show, and we're going to play me on a couple of talk shows because there's going to be some changes here. Yeah, so tell us we're going to play some. There's going to be some changes. You're going to see. We're going to add a lot of my old. I have 50,000 hours of talk shows I've done in my career, and people say, "Look, it's YouTube. Throw it on there." And we do it every once in a while, but why not? So you're going to hear a couple of those, and you'll hear Judd.
Conan. You'll hear you on Conan.
From years ago, and when I told Conan not to do the Tonight Show. That what you're about to hear, because of this is a theme, because of bans. I got banned from Conan. Because of this. I gave him good advice, quite frankly. I predicted what would have happened. This made news. And a clip of me on where else?
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Right.
And Conan.
You tell the clapping story.
The clapping story about chicks with telling the horse to clap. and Judd last night, we're going to play the clip that he played and of me on Crashing. And what I'm going to go into is when I started interviewing these two African American girls, I said to myself, would it be funny if I just started doing a gay voice and see if they think it's funny, like me pretending to be gay? But my comedic instincts kicked in, much like my spidey sense. And I said, they think I'm gay. They had no idea who I was, which is fine. Some comedians of my stature would get annoyed. Look, not everybody knows the funny. And I realized they have no idea who I am, which is great. And they think I'm a gay guy, which is also great. And I said, what if I just keep doing this? And Dan is in the background laughing because he thinks I'm going to give up character. But I don't. Some of us who graduated from Connecticut School of Broadcasting. The Connecticut School of Broadcasting, tell them, Dan, is like the actor studio of broadcasting.
Yes.
And I graduated from there. I studied with Stella Adler. No, Goodfellow Adler. And I sprung into action with my improv. And a 16-minute interview is what you're about to hear, and I never break character. I let them plug everything. They laugh at me. We go two homegirls in a circle. I say Dan's my life partner, and he refuses to talk. He had plenty of opportunities. He wouldn't talk. He's so homophobic. So homophobic. He's so not gay, he's gay. So he stopped laughing because I gave him the signal. I said, stop laughing off the air because I have the Connecticut School of Broadcasting spidey sense to know I've got a couple on the line and they are a couple of whoppers. Do you understand? I've got a couple on the line, and I think that's what the Klan used to say.
Oh, God. Jeez.
No. And we had a great time. We had a great time. They still think I'm gay, unless someone told. No one in their staff probably knows. First of all, we had to meet them at 7:40. It was so specific. What are they doing? 8,000 interviews? They're busier than Spicer. They're Sean, sweet and spicy. That's what I call them. Sweet and spicy. Sweet and Spicer. Look, the fruit who Hillary was running with is back. He's complaining about something. Shut the fuck up. Why don't you go talk to Spanish? Go tell someone you're not an asshole in Spanish. Nosotros, los manos. Hillary, los manos.
I missed the caner.
The caner. Hit me with a caner. Here's Trump's new Secretary of something. He's all up in arms about tourism. Hi, listen, what's your name? The fruit who was one with Hillary. What's your name again? Name his name, Dan. Can you name it?
Tim Kaine.
Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine, yes, it's tourism. Secretary, your boss, shithead? Yeah, Secretary of State Tillerson, yeah. Is this Tim Kaine? Yeah. Look out your door. Look out your window. You see your car? Keep watching your car. Oh, my God. What happened? Your car blow up? Oh, it blew up? Wow. You got another car? Yeah. Next time you'll be in it. You can't be serious. I'm serious. Have a good day.
You ever see Michael Clayton?
Exactly. You ever see Michael Clayton? By the way, the reason Dan wasn't laughing at me was because he wanted to do the Michael Clayton. Do you see what happens here? Here, I suffer. Dan, you're not the performer. No one's waiting for your Michael Clayton thing. Dan wasn't laughing at the brilliant thing I was doing because in his head he's going, what can I say that's funnier? What can I say that's funnier? And then he goes, I'll say that. I'll say my. So now he's waiting for me to stop talking. But he can't hear what I'm saying because he's so selfish. So selfish. All he wants to say is the Michael Clayton joke. So I'm a comedian. I know this. I do it all the time. So he's blocking out what I'm saying, which means he can't laugh at it. Here's the irony. All I need him to do is laugh. I don't need his Michael Clayton joke. I don't need it. I need him to, even if it's fake laugh, make me seem funnier. Because at 57 or whatever your age is, you're not fucking lighting the world on fire on camera. And I'm not doing it off. Do you understand? So wait, you know what? Here's the thing. Next time, wait till we're done with the show. And go, hey, what about that bit you were doing? What about next time you try Michael Clayton? Give the joke to me. Give the joke to me. Next time you do that, I was thinking of Michael Clayton. And then I'll go, that's the worst thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. And then you'll go, great, what kind of pound cake do you want? This is the dynamic.
You're going to get the lemon.
I already did when I hired you. Of course, that's not, it was too good of a joke to pass up. It's not, believe me, Dan's above and beyond the Call of Duty. Dan is any award you give a producer, he would win. But you teed that one up, baby. Much like Dan had a great, Dan had a great one before, I'll tell you. What I was telling about how I don't like kids or something. I don't need a 10-year-old kid or something. I don't want to hire a 10-year-old kid. He said that he did to me. I came out of nowhere. I belly laughed at that. I dropped the chalupa, if you know what I mean. So these two women are so busy because it's 7:40. They were nice enough to give us some time, and I did them the disservice of insulting them by I did a gay guy the entire time. I was a gay guy. They think I'm gay. I never stopped, by the way. The entire time, I hung up as a gay guy, making stupid jokes, and they laughed, God bless them, and they ended by plugging everything they have. Okay, go to DiamondandSilkStore.com, and they have a store. Go there, DiamondandSilkStore.com. We're going to buy stuff. As a favor to them, buy them stuff. All right? Because I got a feeling Trump's going to forget their name in a couple of weeks. But listen, I won't. The guy who interviewed you will not. Listen how awful my gay voice is. Listen, girls. They fell for it for 16 minutes. So what you're about to hear is that. And then all those clips you talked about, and you got another great podcast to talk about. Yeah. More on the Stern stuff if it continues tomorrow. It might not, though. That grill episode yesterday, unbelievable. Right, Ralph? Yeah, take care, Bashir. Listen to the rest of the show. It's great. I'm Artie. That was my life partner, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, yeah, we're homosexuals. Are you guys sisters?
Yeah, we're sisters.
Oh, let me tell you something. I am such a fan. Dan, tell him, Dan. When you come on, you just rule the show when you come on. That Waters guy. Everybody, 2 thumbs up, sisters. And
thank you.
God bless you. God bless you.
God bless
Wonderful.
you too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, are you guys sentimental towards the plight of what we're doing here? I mean, I think the Trump situation. I love him. You women are. It's we're minorities. I mean, I'm gay and we're gay men, and you're black women for Trump. I think that's amazing.
Okay. It really is amazing. Listen, it's such a, I'm not going to say diverse. Listen, we are a blended family, all of us.
That's right.
And we was thinking of some things that we're going to get out of our vocabulary. Like, we're not going to call each other minorities anymore. We are Americans. So we don't care whether you gay or straight, whether you black or white. We are Americans, and we are happy to be on the show.
You are so wonderful for saying that, because let me tell you something. My father was very domineering, and he said some things that I thought I was a freak growing up. And people like you getting out there and being so honest, it's so wonderful. I mean, I think you're funny, yet you're smart and amusing, and you're saying I think you're saying something for me too. Is that wrong?
Oh, I'm saying something for everybody, because at the end of the day, we got to unite our country. We have to learn how to agree to disagree, and we have to know that we all have rights. All of us have rights,
we do,
and they have to be respected.
Absolutely, and I think it's amazing. Now, how did they find you guys for the Fox News Network? Did you approach them?
No, we never approach anybody. Everybody always seek us out.
Oh, that's right. I'll tell you what, because you're wonderful.
Seek us out.
Yeah, and then you put yourself on YouTube, and is that how it started?
What happened was, we had the Viewers View channel,
Yes.
and so we were doing, little videos here and there, just talking about media bias. And then along came Donald Trump. He announced he was running for president. I said, Silk, girl, I called her. I said, cut on your TV. Donald Trump is announcing he's running for president.
That's what I was doing. I turned on my TV.
Yes.
And then she called me back halfway through. She said, girl, this is going to be the next president of the United States.
Wow.
And we started talking about Donald Trump because the media started throwing him under the bus.
That's right.
We just didn't know all of you all was going to hear, all of these people were going to hear it, and it was going to go viral. We just didn't know that. And then from there, we wanted to vote for him, and in order to vote for him in the primaries, we needed to switch our party to Republicans, and we wanted other people to do that. So we started a Ditch and Switch Now movement, ditchandswitchnow.com, so people can come off of that Democratic plantation, switch their party to Republican just to vote for him in the primaries, and then they can go ahead and vote for him in the general election. Yes, we did a lot.
Listen, and Trump embraced it. Trump said, "Listen, I'm going to have you guys at the inauguration because you did so much." And I listen. When I told my father I was doing the ditch and switch, if you know what I'm saying, sweetie, he was. You know what I'm saying? I did the ditch and switch, and I said, "Sweetie, I'm different. I'm different, Dad, but I'm the same as you." And I think he got it.
You know what?
I think he got it.
You are so funny.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love it.
Thank you. I mean, I appreciate you saying that because I'm a creative person, and I think my sexuality goes with creativity as well. But I could be a construction worker, like Dan, my life partner. He's a tech guy. He's a blue collar guy, and it works for us. And when we see people like you, I'm not going to cry or anything because I'm the emotional one. On the top. But I say, when I see you two, I feel like it's so cheerleading. Hooray for you guys for getting out there to go on Fox News. Were you scared at first? Do you think they were going to be like that Waters guy? I feel he's a racist scumbag.
No, I was not scared of anything.
Good.
And listen, let me tell you what. Donald Trump is the one that made us famous back in 2015 when he came to North Carolina and put us on his stage in front of all of those cameras and gave us his microphone and told us we could say whatever we wanted to say.
Wow.
He made us famous. That's when we became very famous, where people in the United States and outside of the United States knew Diamond and Silk.
Yes.
So I contribute all of that to him. Another thing I want to say to you and your partner.
Sure, my partner.
Stop telling people that you're gay. We don't care about that. Because I don't go to people and say I'm straight. I just want to know who you are. I don't care about you. I don't care about you being gay.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. You don't have to do that. You don't have to announce to the world that you are gay. Just be you and be the best that you are, and don't give a who like it and who don't like it.
That's, you know what?
Because that's how we operate.
That's a wonderful thing. I'll tell you why that works, because most people figure it out. I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it because I wear a lavender scarf, and I go out and I'm me. You know what, sweetie? I am me. I carry Gloria Gaynor's "Survive" all the time, and I sing it. Sometimes I've been arrested for singing it, and I go, "Listen, guys, turn off your smartphones and let's dance." And I've danced with police on street corners. They embrace me. I'm lovable, and I don't announce I'm gay. You know what I say to them? From now on, I'm going to say I'm not gay. I'm a straight guy who hates pussy.
You've inspired me. You've inspired me. Oh, it's wonderful. You guys see this? I knew we'd be friends. Are you from the South? No.
We are from North Carolina.
Oh. Now,
we are from North Carolina, yes.
Did you ever encounter? You look very young, but did your parents, grandparents? Now, North Carolina, we know that's the Klan, right? I mean, did you ever encounter real racism in your life?
Listen, let me tell you something. I think sometimes racism is in your own mind.
It is.
And if you are conditioned to believe that white people or people of other colors is going to discriminate against you, that's all you're going to see.
Right.
And see, I don't get up in the morning and look and see, oh, gosh, who's going to do me wrong? Who's going to discriminate? I get up in the morning ready to love everybody.
Oh,
when
wonderful.
I go to Harris Teeter, I'm loving, hey, how you doing, girl? Hey, that's how I am.
That's right.
So I don't see all of that other stuff that other people say, this is that, it's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah.
But I don't be all into the... No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
right.
And
It is.
people got to change their mindset. I ain't out looking for the KKK. Listen, one may have already came up to me. I don't know who he is. Hey, baby, how you doing? And I keep it moving. That's how I operate. We like that
That's
stuff.
right. And on a serious tip, what you project out to the world is what comes back to you.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
if you project hate, then hate will come back to you.
Well, that's
That's right.
and, well, think about that. You've diffused the Klan in a way that is a way to change people. Just embrace them. Go. You could be in the Klan because first of all, the Klan. Let's they're behind sheets. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, isn't that ridiculous? I mean, come on. Listen, they better not wear my sheets because there'll be a stain or two on those.
You know what? You are funny. I love
thank
it.
you,
You are
sweetie.
funny. I love it.
Oh, I love it. I love it too. Tell that to my partner Dan. He's all over me in the bathroom. It's crazy.
Wait a minute.
But listen, but that's what I love about you. If someone doesn't like, I said this to Dan. His mouth was full, but I said this to him. I said, Dan, if you don't like these two women, there's something wrong with you. And you have to look within yourself because I, quite frankly, can be a real bitch. And I said, I'm a nice person. When these two are on television, I'm nicer. And could you imagine in real life, we'd be wonderful together.
My goodness.
You know what I mean? I'll move to North Carolina right the hell now, baby. I don't give a shit. I'll open. I do nails, and I'll open up a salon right in Charlotte. I will do it.
Oh, bless your heart. Well, listen to me. You know what? I say, people, you can continue to hate us until you love us.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, we still your sister, and you still our brothers and our sisters. I always say, you have to embrace people with love. You know what it is? The reason why people hate, and they may say, well, we don't like your eyebrows, we don't like your wig, we don't like your clothes, because they have nothing else to fight you on. They can't fight you on policy because they know what you're saying makes sense and you're telling the truth. But they've been conditioned to think one way. So what we're doing is just changing people's minds. Oh, let me think about this another way. And then we're going to learn how to agree to disagree in this country. Not only are we about to make America great again, we're about to make America fun again.
Yeah, well, you know, absolutely. How about this? Make America gay for a while. Just a while.
If that's your lifestyle, then you do that. But the thing is here. We got to come together as a country, as a people of hope, because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want to be prosperous. We want to be successful. We want a country that's thriving, and we want a country that's safe.
And,
so go ahead.
And one thing that Diamond and Silk do not do, we do not entertain other people's pain. We put their name on the wall of shame.
That's right.
Oh, that's wonderful. No, that's what you two know policy too. You said the magic word. See, you're smarter than me. When I argue politics, I get lost in all the shuffle. And you guys actually know policy stuff, and you can discuss it. I thought a cabinet was something I'm staining in the kitchen. What do I know about it? And then he has all these wonderful people on the cabinet. Do you agree with the cabinet? People are crying racism with Sessions. Do you like
first
it?
of all, I agree with all of the people that Donald Trump picked. We do not need another poor person running things. We need rich people running stuff. Because, honey, rich people going to show you how to make money. That's one thing. With the liberals, I wish they would stop it. Listen, you lost. Look your calls, look your roles, go somewhere and sit down, because at the end of the day, President Trump is your president, too.
Exactly.
And they're going to be the reason why they lose in another 4 years, because people are tired of seeing all the protests. Even Democrats that voted the other way say, you know what? Hey, stop this, you all. President Trump is the president. Give him a chance. Even they're tired of it.
Right. Give him a chance. That's the thing about it. And listen, liberals now, they're so arrogant. I have a word from liberals. Liberals, I call them, because they're disgusting. They're so arrogant. They look down on you. And first of all, look, I'm heavy set. I don't know if you guys know this. You can Google it. I'm heavy set. And I don't know if you guys ever saw it. I mean, people are all over him for saying he likes buying furniture and grabbing pussy. Bill Clinton had sex with a girl that looks like me in a beret. Monica Lewinsky, that's being a break. Stuffs a cigar in her. And Donald Trump is the bastard? Give me a break. It's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy.
It really is. And, they tried to take him down with the pussy, but it looked like Clinton, she got taken down by the wiener. So, listen,
that's good. I love it.
No, seriously. So, the thing is this here, you all. He is our president. We are so proud of him.
I am too.
Did you know we made history? We were on the Trump train from the very beginning. We created the Trump train. We was out there in the open. The two first black females open, and we was not afraid to put it out there that we were behind him 100%.
Go ahead,
we
girls.
never wavered. We never wavered. We knew he was going to win it.
Because, and you know what? You've got charisma. You could. I think you should run for office. Who's vice president? Is it President Diamond and VP Silk, or the other way around? What is it? Because I'm voting for that ticket, baby.
I don't think I want to run for office. I want to talk about everybody that's not doing what they're supposed to do in office. That's what I'm going to do.
You should. We need those checks and balances. You need that.
Right.
Now, Barack Obama, African American president, were you proud when he got in and then disappointed, or what happened? I mean, what do you think happened?
Well, listen, I was not even fond when he got in. I just was mutual. We were raised and we were taught you vote for whoever the head of the Democratic Party was.
Right.
That's what we did. We were taught to vote. If you don't vote, your vote don't matter. Your voice don't matter. So we voted for him twice. When we look at 8 years of destruction, people burning down their communities, inner and urban cities being left, people getting killed in Chicago, we didn't like it. When Donald Trump came along and said, we need to secure the borders, we need to bring back our jobs and stop outsourcing them, we need to unite this country and bring back spirit, we loved it. Everything that he was saying, it made sense. And look at him now. I mean, the left can do whatever they want to do. Pretty soon they'll stop. They'll just stop. They'll rest themselves after a while.
Absolutely.
This man is already starting to make America great again, and I love it.
Absolutely. The only border I don't want guarded profusely is Dan's ass. I don't want any fence around that because I'm getting in there, baby. And I'll tell you what, with people like you, we're going to be one. That's the irony. The liberals don't understand that. You guys coming from this other angle, you're going to make us one. You're going to make us great because you're diversity personified. And I've had sex with a Mexican man once. Listen, I blew him. I had the shits for 3 days.
You know what? See, okay, I cannot with you. They're going to let you put this on the radio like this. I mean, what kind of radio are we on?
It's called, you know what? It's a podcast, but it ain't PC.
Okay, it's a podcast. Okay.
I love you. I love you too so much. And listen, Barack Obama and Bill O'Reilly have one thing in common. They stink. You know why? Because they're both B.O. B.O., Barack Obama, and Bill O'Reilly. They both have B.O. I've been writing slogans. Now listen, where can we see it? Do you guys make appearances? Because I think you should take this on the road. Do you do a stage?
We do make appearances. We've been working on a few projects, so we've been very, very busy after the campaign.
Wow.
So if people just bear with us, we'll roll everything out to let everybody know what we're doing.
But keep in mind that you can go to diamondandsilkstore.com.
That's right. We're going.
Get your Trump pen. And then
you can visit some Tutu Baby Train gear, like the hoodie, the T-shirt, the mug. And when you do, your name is entered into a drawing. And we're going to pull the drawing on March the 3rd, 2017. And 5 people will get to have lunch somewhere in the United States with Diamond and Silk.
I'm in for that. That's my lottery. I can't. Oh my God, you guys! I hope you like having lunch with me because I'll be loud, proud, and in charge, McLeod.
Well, go purchase something so your name can get put in there. Your name may get drawn. And we really pull the names. We call people and let them know if they won, and we meet them for lunch.
And be sure to like our Facebook page. We're trying to reach 1 million likes.
I will. Now that's the only thing that gets drawn after lunch with me usually is blood. That's it. But
I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
You know what? You're going to love me the way I love you. And we're going to get that moving. So once again, the website is diamondandsilk.com.
Diamondandsilkstore.com. Diamondandsilkstore.com. Like us on Facebook, Diamond and Silk. We're trying to reach 1 million likes. And follow us on Twitter, Diamond and Silk. Everything Diamond and Silk. Google Diamond and Silk.
I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm doing it as we speak. And I started a thing called Sit on My Facebook. It's not getting a lot of likes. But it's not working like you two. Listen, you guys have something that you're born with. You can't teach it. You're lovable, and you're smart, and you're wonderful people, and I support you. And Diamond and Silk, I'm going to like until I get that. I'm going to try to have lunch with you. You're going to love it.
Okay, darling. Thank you so much. We love you more.
And I'll see you at the gym.
Okay.
I love you so much. Be well, guys.
I love you too.
Be well,
Bye-bye.
guys. Diamond and Silk, the wonderful Diamond and Silk. And that's it. Wonderful. Yeah. I figured I'd stay with it. I started talking like that ridiculous, awful gay thing I do, and then I stayed with it. Dan, your thoughts?
I may throw up.
Well, you're the bottom. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably get in trouble for that because people think I'm doing stereotypical gay stuff. Does anyone ever tell them I'm not gay?
No.
No, they don't. They have no idea who I am. Before, did you get the feeling we were one of 4,000 interviews I did today?
Yes.
They're making more money than us. Diamond and Silk. How long was that interview?
16 minutes.
Of course, 16 minutes of sheer bliss. Oh God, I'll see how the Torelli reacts to that. Yeah,
Well, Josh in Albany, that's the one that we got to worry about.
Josh in Albany, I love. He's gonna be. If you don't want to be the bottom, he'll be the bottom. I hope people realize that it's just about fucking having a blast. That's what we're doing here. You know, a couple of people tweeted me. This is Bash Wednesday, by the way. Our first Bash Wednesday. We're going to bash Mike Bichetti. Mike doesn't like us. We found out officially why. No more tippy-toeing around the Roseberry bush. Mike is mad. He told Rod from Bayside, who has no time to make phony phone calls. It takes him 6 months. Let's get up that work ethic, Rod. Show the work ethic that Dan has. Well, Dan is afraid of Rod from Bayside for some reason.
I'm not afraid of him.
I hung up on Rod and Dan got all upset. But Kellyanne Conway looks very tired. I don't know. I think that these two, these people, before we get to Moschetti, they sent me a couple of appearances. And I've seen this before, I guess. The Conan from 2008, where I tell him not to do the Tonight Show and take the $40 million that I read on the TV guy. Now, I have not, I just watched that whole thing. Holy Christ. How am I still in show business? We'll play that. We're going to take a break, and I'm going to give Dan the audio. I want to hear that on the air, and I want to get Dan's reaction because I don't know how I'm still in show business. I was in a blackout.
Yeah. I think I remember seeing it live.
Well, a celebrity next to me, David Faustino. No, not David Faustino. Seth Green. I get them mixed up. David Faustino is a poor man, Seth Green. And the other interview is that they sent me is okay. I tell the story to Conan about getting thrown on the field as my father throws me on the no. I tell the story about making two hookers clap when I go to the bathroom so they didn't steal anything.
That's a much different story.
Yeah, right. There's Conan and. So both are Conans. They got on a Conan. I said I might do Conan, and they said it's very nice. They go, we hope you do Conan when we're out there. The kid said his two favorite ones. But I'm gonna play the audio. I really hope nobody tells those two chicks I'm not gay. Were you upset that they don't know the show?
No.
Do you feel they're our demographic?
Hey, I'm very inclusive. Everyone can. If you want to buy a subscription, I don't care.
Everyone's in.
If you're a Nazi, I don't care.
With you, everyone's in. I don't want Nazis. Okay, that's me. Well, you like the Hitler Youth. You like doing tumble salts with the Hitler Youth on the beach. Rex Marshall Gering is second only to the Führer. I could you doing the tumble salt with the Hitler Youth Burgenstockenberger. I went off on Mike today. I called him an Asperger Deluxe.
Oh, God.
I called him a Quipopotamus. I called him an Equipopotamus. Not good. I called him a can't spell-elephant.
Now you're doing this show with Pete Holmes.
Yes.
He's a really great comedian, really funny guy. It's called Crashing.
Yes.
And it's about early days of stand-up.
That's right. It's about a guy who his wife and him they break up, and he has to make money, and he wants to be a comedian, and he's not good, so he can't make any money. So he sleeps on different comedians' couches.
Yeah.
So one week, it's someone like Artie Lang or Sarah Silverman, and it's really, really good. Pete's hilarious.
How fun is that? And is he going on tour with Artie? I saw somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to go on tour, me, Pete, and Artie Lang, and we're going to do Los Angeles on the 18th at the Regent Theater, and on the 22nd at the Herbst Theater in San Francisco, and all those shows are for charity.
I want to show a clip. It's very, very funny. Here's Pete Holmes and Artie Lang in the new comedy Crashing. Take a look at this.
Then we went to Christian College.
Of course.
Everybody pairs off when you graduate.
Really?
It's just what you do.
I've literally never done anything without her. She found our apartment, she supports me,
Wait, she supports you, you mean emotionally?
No money.
She supports you financially, your wife?
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
No, it's like a wife supporting a guy in medical school.
How is it like that?
It's like
At the end of medical school, you're a doctor. You start at about $900,000 a year.
At the end of this, I'll be a comedian.
I love him so much. I love him. Judd Apatow, everybody. Crashing premieres February 19th at 10:30 p.m. on HBO.
All right, everybody, we're back. My next guest is a comedian and a regular on the Howard Stern Show on Sirius Satellite Radio. His book, Too Fat to Fish, is in stores now. Please welcome Artie Lang.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I would take off these glasses, but I am so high.
Very nice.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
very nice. It's very bright in here.
Thank you.
You know what? First of all, congratulations are in order. The pre-sales on this book are through the roof, I think, on Amazon.
Yeah.
And this thing is pretty much a shoe-in to be a New York Times bestseller. I'm not even kidding about that.
Yeah.
So
Matter of
congratulations.
fact,
How do you feel about this? This is...
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Well, I'll tell you. When this thing officially is on the New York Times bestsellers list, I am calling a few guidance counselors at my high school.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Bunch of dirtbags. They told me I would be like a shepherd or something.
A shepherd? They thought you would be a shepherd?
Yeah.
You've shown them, haven't you?
You sell a little weed at lunch, and right away they got uptight.
No, who are
but
they?
I mean, listen, it's been great. It's been great.
And who did you? I see it's with Anthony Bozzo. Who was this guy you wrote it with?
He's a guy who I never met. He just listened to the radio show and wrote a book. I had nothing to do with it.
I love the refreshing honesty.
Yeah.
No,
actually, he writes a lot of books with a lot of different people. Like Tommy Lee wrote a book with. So you could see a theme.
Yeah.
You know, he writes books about guys with big. Are you on HBO yet?
Yeah. I look forward to working with him.
It's a sausage party. No, we can bleep that.
We can bleep that. Like you'll be involved in the process of bleeping. We'll take care of that. You're going to roll out of here the minute this thing's over. Take care of that mess.
It's not me. It's the Vicodin that they are selling on 9th Avenue now. It's awful. But he's writing a book right now with Tracy Morgan.
Right.
And I love Tracy Morgan.
So he's written with Tommy Lee, Tracy Morgan, and you.
Yeah. So I don't think he's ever written a book for someone who can read. But Tracy's a great guy, very funny guy.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Tracy's illiterate. I don't know. No, he's a friend of mine. I don't know. I've never seen him read or write anything. But he's a very funny guy. And me and him have had a lot of the same problems. Like, he's had problems with drugs and alcohol. And it's funny, I saw him last year in California. This is why Tracy's the best, you know. I had seen in the news that he was getting sober, you know. And I walked up to him at this party, and he had that big bracelet on that could tell if you're drunk. You know?
Yeah, I heard he had to wear this device that goes off if he's had alcohol.
Right, but it was funny. He wrappered it up. It was like all blinged out in diamonds and stuff. He had like a diamond booze bracelet. And I walked up to him and I said, "Tracy, how's it going?" And he said, "I'm enjoying my sobriety." And I said, "How long have you been sober?" And he said, 8 days.
He was excited about 8 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I said, what happens if you drink too much? He said, "This thing sends signals to the police." It was like talking to a guy from 1882 or something. Like, "Hello there, Mr. Police."
Well, let's move on to a new topic now.
I'm telling you, he's a friend of mine.
Yes. You're seeing a therapist. Is that right?
Yep.
And tell
I
us
gotta
about
go later.
Is that Talk about this appearance, yeah. You're seeing this therapist. What's that process like? Do you getting anything from this?
It's horrible. It's court ordered. You shouldn't do that because I'm not.
Shouldn't get a court ordered therapist?
No, I'm not. I'm not into it. And my instinct is to make jokes. And therapists are the worst audience, man. They don't giggle. They don't smirk.
So this guy doesn't laugh at anything you say?
Well, I was telling him about my ex-girlfriend. I said the best sex I ever had with my ex-girlfriend is when we're mad at each other. We have this awful and he said, there's a term for that. It's called hate sex. And I thought of a joke to lighten it up. I said, listen, I've had a lot of hate sex. Every time me and my girlfriend have sex, she hates it. That's not bad. And then he went, let's move on to your childhood.
You're not going to this guy for yucks, though.
And then 2 months into it, we discussed everything about my feelings. And I said, listen, man, I can't go any further because, quite frankly, I've never talked with another human being about my feelings for 2 months without getting laid. Why don't we dim the lights and let's get it on here? I'm not telling you any more about my childhood. And, I cried in front of the guy. I mean, you cry in front of a broad if you want to get a little... You've cried to get laid. Don't even try.
No, I've cried afterwards.
Don't applaud that.
The weirdest thing about this interview is I see myself when I'm talking to you. I look at you and I just see this Bob's Big Boy looking back at me.
It's bad if you're looking at me and seeing yourself.
Let's talk about something on the Howard Stern show. This is a very funny thing that happened. They took a picture of you while you were taking a nap. You were asleep.
Yeah, I fall asleep at work because I was on heroin for like 2 years. I was nodding off.
Okay.
Excuse me for being honest.
Yeah, he's being honest. I just said okay.
Richard Pryor says that he's a genius, and I'm just a slut.
Okay, then. So you fell asleep.
I could stand up for the troops in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Try to boo that, dirtbag. I did stand up for the troops.
You did go.
I went over there.
You went over there? And
I'll tell you, we were in the crap there. It's so embarrassing when they have to get an extension for a bulletproof vest.
They gave you the XXL bulletproof vest?
Yeah, most soldiers aren't big fat guys. And I was doing... Afghanistan is the start of the heroin trail. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, I do know that.
How do you know that?
We'll get to that later.
Oh, you read it in books?
It's very lucrative.
Yeah, right, it is. And as a heroin addict, I was doing this show outdoors, and I saw this big mountain, and I knew right over the mountain were all these poppies, where they grow the heroin.
Right.
And the addict in me, in the middle of my show, I said, God, right over that mountain is all this fresh heroin. And I said, I would love to do some fresh heroin, because by the time I get it here, it's stepped on and, it's smuggled into the country and it's disgusting. And I said, for once, I would love to do some heroin that hasn't been in some chick's colon for 3 weeks. That she had to evacuate at a Best Western in the Bronx at gunpoint.
So you're just getting behind the whole organic food movement is basically what you're doing.
I made a lot of friends.
That's locally grown.
I made a lot of friends over there. The soldiers, they're fighting over there.
They're good men.
God knows
good women.
Thank you. Nah, they are good men and women. They are. I got to be friends with some of them. They say hi to you. They think I know you.
You do know me. You've been here how many times? 50 times? 60 times?
When have we been out together?
Do you want to go out with me?
I'll tell you what.
Do you really want to hang with me? Would you like to see me go out with Artie? You want to go out with me?
I'm being serious. If for once in our relationship you couldn't joke around, I've been coming on for 10 years. This is probably my 18th appearance.
Yes.
And I'm very sentimental about this. You're leaving, right? You're going to do the Tonight Show.
I'm going out to Los Angeles, yeah.
I know, it sucks. And what am I supposed to do? Have witty conversations with Jimmy Fallon? How is that gonna?
Yes, he's a very funny guy. You'll love Jimmy. He's a very funny young man.
I love Jimmy, but he's not you, man. You were a writer. Yeah, you know, it's like until I see Jimmy, then I'll just totally throw you under the bus. But
I know how it's all gonna go.
Good luck, man. I don't know. I think it's a bad move.
Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
If I were you, I
would. You don't think I
have
can tan? Where do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go?
I would have rooted for that bobblehead Leno to stay longer, and you could have got the $40 million for nothing, right? Wasn't that your deal? You would have got $40 million, right?
No, I don't think so. $40 million not to work.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I got to look into that.
It's like when I was.
Is that a possibility?
I read it in the TV Guide. It was.
You read it in the TV Guide.
It said jeers to Conan.
Cheers to Conan.
For taking $40 million for not working.
Let's get that deal. Find me that TV Guide guy. The Howard Stern Show airs on Sirius Satellite Radio.
How about that, man?
I love the awkward pauses more than anything. And Too Fat to Fish is in stores now. Check it out. Artie Lang, thank you for being here. We'll be right back. Connor Oberst and the Mystic Valley Band. Stick around.
One time, I sold out the place on Super Bowl Eve, and this guy, I said I would never say who it was, but this guy was the greatest at his job. You know, they have Vegas guys who just give you anything you want, like the guys, you're a performer. If you go there, you get whatever you want. Some people like a nice steak, and I like, hookers with big arms. And this guy said to me, listen, Art, I know you just flew. Go upstairs, get ready. We got your suite ready. I'm sending somebody up to show your itinerary for the weekend. Because the next night I had 2 sold-out shows. I'm like, great. So I go upstairs, 20 minutes, this huge suite with $5,000 in chips that I could play with, booze all over the place. And the doorbell rings. I figure it's the guy with my itinerary. I open it up. It's these 2 smoking hot strippers, like 10s, a blonde and a brunette. And they're like, we're here for your itinerary, And I'm like, oh, great. So they came in, and she said, can we give you a lap dance? And, one thing led to another, and I slept with these 2 girls. It was unbelievable. It was so rock and roll.
We are so not twins. We are so... different lives.
You probably don't have to pay for it back. I mean, whatever. But, here's the thing. I like these chicks, like, if you pay them, I'd have to pay them anything. The guy paid them, I guess. Because they were lying to me on levels. Like, they were telling me I had nice bone structure. Like, so we have sex, and we had sex, and look, we're all adults here, and but they gave me these pills. Now, I don't recommend this, but they gave me these pills that made me paranoid. I was very paranoid from these pills I had. And I had all my valuables out. I had like my wallet and the chips, the $5,000 in chips. I wanted to gamble later. So I had to go to the bathroom. And it's a big place. So I said, I don't want to leave all the stuff in front of them, but I don't want to insult them by lugging my wallet into the toilet and like all my bag. And I'll just be right in here,
Yeah. So what
I did was I remembered an old trick when me and my buddies, who were all like sort of scumbaggy, when we were kids, the deli owner, if he left us alone, he'd make us clap our hands. Like, if you keep clapping your hands, you can't steal anything, So if he heard us stop clapping our hands, so I said to these girls, listen, I want to play. I was so paranoid. I said, I want to play a game with you girls. And they're like, what? And they've heard everything. I go, just keep clapping your hands while I'm in the bathroom. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, don't tell me that's not the weirdest thing you've ever, like... Last night you were probably dressed like, an eagle with Todd Bridges or something. So I said, just keep clapping your hands. So I go in and I do my business. I'm sitting on the bowl and I just hear them clapping.
Yeah, that's right.
And they never stop clapping. I come out and in just a robe, and it was so funny because they didn't steal anything and they kept clapping. But as I came out, it was the oddest thing. It looked like how when a mother potty trains their kid. And after they go to the bathroom, the mother's like, it looked like I went to the bathroom and these 2 hot strippers were like, Yeah,
great job. You did great.
You made duty, you know.
You made duty.
You made duty.
Well, see, Artie, this is what I'm saying. But what happens when now you go to a casino? Do you get? I mean,
well, now I'm playing the Borgata in Atlantic City. It's funny. Now I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't gamble, I don't have sex with hookers.
Good.
All I'm allowed to do is stare at a wall. That's all. As long as I do it in moderation. So now, I can only do this as long as I do it for longer than 10 minutes. I'm fine. But so now, like the craziest person that comes up to my room at the Borgata will be like this guy who works from room service from South America.